Getting around in a busy city like Lagos could sometimes be a daunting task. With over 20 million people living in the state, a large percentage of the population rely on public transport for their mobility, and it's not unusual to ask strangers for directions when commuting. It's also not unusual to get misleading directions and miss one's way. This team at Road Peppers saw the problem and they sought to provide a solution to the challenge of transport navigation.
Primarily, one of the things we did see, not just in Lagos, Nigeria, was that there was lack of data to public transit data. So for instance, there's a story I typically tell, and it started off while I was traveling. In 2012, I was on a flight from London to Lagos, and there was this guy who was sitting, but I had to connect to London. There was a guy sitting right next to me on the flight. It was the first time leaving America, going to Europe, and he had asked me if I knew how to get to his 50th place there. So, being someone who actually had gone a couple of places as well to Europe, so I took a PC for him, and there's something called TFL then. Still a little bit popular now, but the likes of Google Maps now have more predominance in that market space. So I took his laptop and I planned his trip for him. I saw the excitement on his face. He was really happy about the whole thing. But then I thought to myself, what if this guy was coming to Nigeria or a similar African nation, or like we say, Oyoluwa? Even within this Lagos, people who stay on the island and the mainland, it feels like a different world when you cross over. So helping people actually finding it easier to actually navigate the cities in terms of how to get from point A to point B without too much hassles and the weariness of having to talk to strangers.
By using an artificial intelligence chatbot named Lara, Lagosians can now get public transport navigation with fare estimates for commercial buses, kekes, cabs, or the lag bus. This way, they can plan, commute, and connect better on their trips.
This is the map of Lagos. For each of these layers, you're seeing actually queries, interactivity happening in different places. So you can see someone asking for questions around the corridor here, towards here. You can see all these whole connections. So it's quite a very busy city of people actually asking directions.
Lara is built specifically for the average Nigerian, helping people get around from point A to B in the most convenient way possible.
So you can open up Lara from your home screen. It says, good morning, Sam. I would like to get to today. I would like to get to channels, TV. I would like to confirm. Start from current location, yes. So it tells me, walk to where Ikeja under bridge, allow social upright, or to do beggar, take a bus going towards Opik, and then from Opik, find a way down to channels. All right, thank you, and I can read that and tell you thank you. And some feedback. Cool, and if I wanted to get another direction, claim a chat. We can try Herbert Macaulay way. No, I want to start from beggar. We'll do beggar. Found a preference. Yeah. Yeah, so it says from beggar, take a bus going to Scan Street, get up a Freeman. Alternate options. That things that Lara gives as well too. So if I wanted alternate options, I could also get alternate options. Or I could even save it for a later purpose if I didn't want to use I'm on the go and whatnot. So those are things Lara can help out with.
Lara uses artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the direction layer to provide detailed navigation. And since she's a chatbot, it's just like chatting with a friend or family. But Lara's finesse doesn't mean the team didn't struggle at first to find the best business model.
One of the things we learned along lines of lessons. Sometimes when you're pushing out a new product that's totally novel, it isn't like your it's not bread and stew that people actually used to. There's a lot of onboarding that actually is required for the market. So that also requires that whole that whole initial learning curve rather for users to move along with. So that's one challenge. I mean, there's also like the usual challenge like policies and whatnot, infrastructures, funding as well too. Because I mean, that's one of the things we did have a lot of challenge with. I mean, we're mostly bootstrapped. We did get some initial financing investments from during the Facebook Accelerator 2018 for. We decided to focus on the path that actually leads to profitability and focusing well on the business just for growth as opposed to raising funds for now.
As the team at Road Peppers continue to improve on Lara's technology, the Informal Directions platform will enable commuters move around with ease and change the transportation experience of many.
Nigeria has for a number of years continued to grapple with the problem of insecurity, and despite government's effort to reduce the incidence of crime in the country, the level is still high. This lingering security challenge is what motivated Olawale Atekoja and his team at Seclot Technology Limited to provide a service that enables individuals seek help when in distress.
And we're basically looking at how we can use technology to solve these problems. Now we've picked on 3 major verticals that has to do with surveillance, tracking, and verification. These are the 3 major roles we're playing as regards security.
The security technology company built an emergency application that sends distress signals to the pre-registered emergency contact of a user. When triggered, the app alerts friends, families, and security agents if and when the user is in danger.
We have a distress notification platform, and what that basically does is this. You trigger it sends your geolocation, your current geolocation, to friends and families that you have added on the app. So when you download the app, you basically put all your ICs, we call them in case of emergencies. When you put them there, they get notified that, okay, you've added them, and whenever you click on that, whenever you're in a distress, it sends your exact location to them, and then they can come to your aid. After you've downloaded it and you have it on your phone, you launch the app by clicking on it. And then you can actually sign up. This is the landing page. It picks your current location, and here you have where you can send a distress. But before you send the distress, you basically need to add your team members, your friends, families, whatever you're going to be sending distress to. And you have it under this compass sign here. And then you can see this icon that looks like people. When you click on it, it loads people. And if you're going to add people, you then come down to this button here, which looks like the plus sign. When you click on it, you add your team members. When you save on it, you then go ahead to add different people. So that it's pretty straightforward. Once you're done adding all of that, there are 2 forms of distress notification. It's either the app-to-app or the SMS notification. So for the app-to-app, they need to download the app before they can get the notifications. For the SMS, they're going to receive an SMS on their phone that then also gives them the geolocation of where you are. When they click on it, it takes them to whatever map that they have on the phone. So I'll just do a demo here by clicking on, this is the distress button. When I click on it, it says 3, 2, 1, and then it sends the alert out. So if you see here, it says SOS sent. And in here, it continues to notify until you cancel.
Olawale and his team are also working on an online solution that will help individuals and organizations verify the addresses of their staff, job applicants, as well as their customers.